What up guys, welcome back, Digital Slang. Today, we're talking the world's smallest iPhone XS, XS Max. This is the gold color. We're gonna check it out. This was sent to me by a company called Dripp Outlet. I'll drop the link below, drippoutlet.com, 2 P's in Dripp. I'll also leave links to their social media if you wanna check them out. They are running Black Friday deals. Now they did send this over for me to review. However, this will be an honest review. If I like it, I'll tell you. If I don't like it, I'm gonna tell you that too. So the world's smallest iPhone, we'll check it out. Now this is running Android 6.0 Marshmallow, 2 gigs of RAM, 16 gigs of storage. But let's just jump right in. We'll check it out, the world's smallest iPhone XS. So if we take a look at the box, very similar to an iPhone box. Here is the real XS Max box. So it's not bad. There is no branding on the side like the real box, but it's very cool. It's just a little phone. That's all it is. It's just a little cool little phone. So if you want to give somebody that's looking for a phone, I don't know, maybe they got small hands, you want to hook them up, this might be the phone for you. So to give you guys an example of the size of this thing, this is the regular XS Max box. And I'll show you the difference between this and the XS Max and an iPhone 3 and iPhone 4 and just how tiny this thing really is. It's pretty cool. You know, I love technology like this. People just make these cool things, and that's what's great about tech. You get these companies that just come out with these random products. For whatever reason, there's a small niche for it, and they're just cool. I like it, and these are some of the things that I love with technology. So it's always exciting for me to check out a product like this, but let's get into it. Inside of the box, there's the phone, but let's take a look really quick at what's in here. I believe we have a case in here. So there's a SIM eject tool. We do have a charger now. Now this is a USB Type-C, so that's really cool. And we do have a clear silicone case, as well as a little tiny screen protector. Check out the size of the screen protector. And again, to give you an idea of the size, this is an iPhone 3. This fits about half the screen of an iPhone 3. It's crazy. Tiny little phone, but really cool, really fun. But let's take a look at the star. This is the yes, the XS Max version. Again, 3-inch screen, pretty cool. It's gonna run Android 6.0 Marshmallow. Let's just take the plastic off and we'll compare it. If we pull out the real XS Max, color-wise, it's a little off. It's not the same, but it's pretty close. The branding on the bottom, so yes, iPhone on the bottom of the real one. But it is pretty cool. Again, this is going to be running a version of Android. We'll turn it on. It does have 4G speeds. Now, this is a GSM only phone, so it will work on AT&T and T-Mobile. If you have Verizon and Sprint, this isn't going to work for you. This is running a skin of iOS, which is really cool. But again, it is running an Android. You do have the Google Play Store on here, and it's just a fun little phone, right? It's tiny. Now, for size comparison purposes, guys, check out, again, the XS Max. That is the XS Max. And if we compare it to an older iPhone, the 3rd generation, the iPhone 3, look at the size difference between the iPhone 3 and the XS Max. It's insane how tiny this thing is, but it's really cute, to be honest with you. It's very cool. And to be honest, it's very responsive. If you go into the Google Play Store, you can download iOS launchers, iOS 13 launchers. You can make this thing look and act just like an iPhone with the control center, with notifications. I did download a little bit of those. I didn't want to spend too much time with it, but I did download some of them. So you can tell I have the control center here. It does support like a 3D touch version of it. It's kind of like the haptic touch with the new iPhones. All of the icons are very similar to the real icons on iOS 13. If we scroll down from the top, we get our notifications. If we scroll over to the left, we do get our widgets. Now on the bottom also, you do have your Android buttons that are still there, so you can just use them if you prefer that. It's very similar to iOS 13. It's pretty cool. Again, you can customize it to look, react, and feel just like the real deal. I did do a Geekbench, and it does go into the system and it tells you exactly what we're running. 6.0, it is running Marshmallow. The resolution of the screen is 480 by 854, so it's decent. It looks pretty good just by looking at it. It's not that bad. The chip in it is the MT6737. It's got 4 cores, again 2 gigs of RAM and 16 gigs of storage. Now the cameras on here, you have an 8 megapixel rear camera and a 5 megapixel front camera. We will take a picture just to test it out. The battery on here is okay. It did charge up to 100% within an hour, so it wasn't too bad. Now it does have dual SIMs as well, so you can run 2 numbers on here, which is pretty cool, but again, GSM only. It does not support NFC. It does have GPS, however. Let's check out YouTube. You guys can see the quality of the video. You guys can hear the speakers on here, because the speakers are actually pretty good. I don't have any problems with the sound quality on here. It's pretty good for what it is.
What's good, guys? Welcome back. Digital Slang. Today, another treat, another holiday special. The JHOs, the A9s, or the TWS, the 9Ds. That's what they're.
And everything works, and you can skip ahead by double tapping, just like on the real phones, and it works very well. It's responsive, it's fast, it's fluid. I'm surprised and impressed at the same time how it sounds, how responsive it is.
Check for latency. JHO A9s, $15.
It does rotate just by turning the phone, which is really cool. Now, I'm not a fan of the notch, but how cool would it have been on here to have a notch? Instead, we get the forehead and the chin, but it still is pretty cool. So let's play some music so you guys can hear how the music sounds. So if we go into music, there is a song on here. I don't know where the song came from, but there is a song on here. Let's play the song. So listening to music on here is pretty cool, and it does have Bluetooth, so you can use headphones with this. There is no headphone jack. You got the dual speaker grills on the bottom. On the side here, this is your lock button, as well as your power button. On the top, there's nothing on the top, and on the side you do have your volume up and down, which works very well. I don't have any problem with it. It's very responsive, everything, and this is your dual SIM tray. Pretty cool. Now the camera on the back, it does look like the XS Max, however, it is just 1 lens on the back, not 2. Let's take a picture. We'll check out the camera on here. Again, 8 megapixel rear camera and a 5 megapixel front camera. So no dynamic range. You could tell how washed out it is. I mean, the camera's okay. It's an 8 megapixel camera. Nothing special, but not terrible for what this is. It does have panorama mode. Does have a flash. So let's check out the front facing camera. I'll take a selfie. I don't like doing this. I don't like pictures of myself, but we'll do it for the video. Why not? It is a very washed out look, right? The colors don't pop. They're not very vibrant. And again, it's only a 5 megapixel shooter on the front facing camera. However, you can go in. There is an edit function. You can go in and you can change the hue and the saturation and the contrast and things like that. So you can mess with the color settings a little bit. However, it's not going to be that great. It's not going to be like the real cameras. Don't expect anything great from the camera on here. It does take video as well.
Now this is the front facing camera shooting video.
A little bit of static, but not too bad. Overall, this thing is pretty cool, man. I'm not going to lie. It's tiny. It's cute. It's very responsive, a lot more responsive than I thought it would be when I first handled it and took it out of the box and started playing with it. And you can make it look just like an iPhone and respond just like an iPhone. Now you can tell the difference in brightness on the screen. It doesn't have touch to wake, which is a little disappointing. Nothing happens if you touch on the screen, so you have to hit the sidebar. You can set up a passcode if you want on the lock screen. You can go in and download all of these things on the Play Store. Overall, it's pretty cool, man. It's a fun little thing. I'm going to drop the link below. Again, Dripp Outlet, spelled with 2 P's. DrippOutlet.com. I'll leave the link below. It might be a good gift for somebody that's looking for a little phone. Again, it's probably a very small niche for people that like this kind of stuff. So the OES, the XS, we checked out the video. We checked out the sound quality. The picture quality, it's decent, 8 megapixel rear, 5 megapixel front. Overall, it's a cool little phone, right? It's a cool little gadget. The fact that somebody went out of their way to make one of these and to sell it as a real product is pretty dope. I like it. I like the innovation. I like when technology comes out and gives us things like this. Now it's a very small market for these, I'm sure, but it is very cool. And again, they're just capitalizing on the love of the iPhone and technology, and people, there is a market for these and people are going to buy it, and it's pretty cool. So I'll drop the link below. It is thick, right? It's bulky, it's chunky. It's about twice the thickness of the real iPhone XS Max, so it is a little chunky, but you're getting the dual SIM. The battery life on here is okay. It's not bad. I don't know the size of the battery in here. I tried to find out, I just couldn't find it, but it's not too bad. And it does charge up pretty quick. I did charge it up to 100% in about an hour, hour and a half. Let me know what you guys think of the world's smallest iPhone XS/Android clone. It's a cool little gadget, man. It's a small little market for these, but it's pretty cool. I do dig it. I do like it. I like when companies give us something like this. And it's just a lot of fun for me, especially if you're a tech lover, you're gonna love something like this just to get your hands on, to test out, to play around. So it's cool. drippoutlet.com, 2 P's in drip. I'll drop the link. Special Black Friday deals going on. That's it, guys. Let me know what you think of the world's smallest iPhone. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. We'll be back soon with more videos. Enjoy your night. Peace.